Okay, now here's a question. What is made in Chianti, looks and tastes like Chianti, but isn't Chianti? The answer? A Super Tuscan. And I've got one coming right up. Okay guys, welcome to yet another edition of bigonwine, the show which, as you probably know by now, brings you news, clues and reviews. Indeed, it keeps you up to speed with just about everything in the world of wine. My wine of the week for this week is indeed from Italy, and specifically from Tuscany, or beautiful Toscana, and it's this one here. It's Borgo Salcetino Rossole, and the vintage is 2015. And this wine comes in for a price where I am of just under €14 a bottle. Okay, so the question, when is a Chianti not a Chianti? Well, it's a very good question and not an easy one to answer. This wine is officially classified as IGT Toscana Rosso, so Tuscan Red, and it's produced by one of Italy's major wine producers, Livon, at their Borgo Salcetino vineyard. And Borgo Salcetino is situated right in the heart of the Chianti area, which means the area, generally speaking, between Firenze or Florence in the north and Siena in the south, and this is roughly halfway between the two. Okay, now the rules and regulations concerning what you can call Chianti have varied over the years, but generally speaking the emphasis has been on indigenous grape varieties, particularly the Sangiovese, and of course wine producers in the Chianti area have been very, very eager to experiment with other varieties, particularly with the Merlot, and this is no exception. So in this wine here, we've got 70% Sangiovese grape and 30% Merlot grape, which of course is not an indigenous variety in Italy. So 70-30 Sangiovese Merlot. Okay, the wine has around about 13% alcohol and just a touch of residual sugar, about 4 grams per litre. Right, so this is officially not a Chianti, it is indeed a Super Tuscan, even though it's made in the Chianti, in the heart of the Chianti area, in fact. Right, let's take a look at the wine in the glass and let's see what we see here. And as we can see, the wine has a very, very attractive, a beautiful, bright garnet red colour. Looks very appealing in the glass. Right, let's try it now in the nose and see what we can find. Let's see what this Super Tuscan is telling us. And in the nose, it's quite an interesting aroma, quite powerful in fact. Toastiness. The first impression is of toastiness, and the second impression is probably of a whole variety of fruits, difficult to pin down, forest floor fruits, I would say, with also a touch of cherry in the mix. It's a little bit closed still. Let's see whether this wine opens up when it gets a little bit more oxygen to it. All right, but quite a powerful aroma, very much dominated by that toastiness. Fine. Okay, let's try it now in the mouth, see what we can find. We know that this has got 13% alcohol and a touch of sugar. Let's see what the end result tastes like. Now, this wine, in terms of body, is somewhere between medium and full-bodied. So medium to full-bodied. It has quite pronounced tannins, not overbearingly so, but you can tell there is a good tannic presence in this wine. The taste of the wine, let me try it one more time. Yep, tasty tannins, medium tannins, I would say. The aromas we've dealt with, the actual flavours in the wine are, I think, more akin to cherry with a kind of plumminess in there as well. So red plum, and there is a spiciness to this wine, which is very, very appealing. And even perhaps, you know, for wine lovers in the Nordic area, a touch of lingonberry. So again, forest floor fruits there. A touch of lingonberry, so red, acidic berry, with that toastiness very much to the fore. So medium to full-bodied, cherries, plum, forest fruits, toastiness in the mix. All right, now this wine is already 4 years old. This is from the vintage 2015. It's developed very nicely. It still has a kind of a slightly young edge to the wine, but I think it's mellowed over the 4 years it's been in aging. This is definitely a wine, I would say, to accompany food. We need food with this wine. So what are we going to be eating in accompaniment to our Borgo Salcetino Rossole here? Well, I think this is a classic case of, you know, pizza, pasta, probably with a tomato sauce with your pasta, and especially with dark meat and salty cheeses. You know, keep it simple. This is a wine for uncomplicated, everyday drinking in the Italian style. So pizza, pasta, dark meat, salty cheeses. This is a wine that you need to serve slightly chilled, so let's say around about the 16 degree mark, 16, 17 degree mark. Let's bring you the heads up on this one. This is Borgo Salcetino Rossole, vintage 2015, a Sangiovese Merlot blend from Italy's gorgeous Toscana, a Super Tuscan, zingy acid, pepper, red fruit in a simple but well-made package, 3 stars plus out of 5. Okay folks, many thanks for tuning in and checking out this week's video. And of course this was a little introduction to an interesting wine, a Super Tuscan, going by the name of Borgo Salcetino Rossole, vintage 2015. An interesting and different red wine from Toscana. Nice stuff indeed. Okay, if you've enjoyed what you've seen and heard, then please do feel free to give us a big thumbs up, which we appreciate so much. Drop a comment down below. Always very fascinated to receive your comments and feedbacks. What's your favorite wine from Toscana, or indeed from the whole of Italy? Give us a little suggestion as to what you fancy out there. Remember to share the video around to your heart's content. Follow me on my other social media platforms. And hey, if you haven't done so already, please do consider subscribing by hitting that big red button somewhere up there behind me. And while you're about it, why not hit the bell, ring the bell, and you'll be notified as soon as every new video is uploaded. And I'll be back again next week with another great wine of the week, of course. But until we meet again, this is Tony Melville signing off and saying, hey, take care out there. Be good to each other. Enjoy your wines. And cheers.